Okay, so for Form 4, Form 5, they have 4 paper. Okay, kertas 1, 2, dan 3 dan 4. Now, so kertas 1, which is karangan paper, we have 2 part, bahagian A and bahagian B. So bahagian A is 30 marks, bahagian B is 70 marks. So bahagian A here will be karangan pendek. And it's not like your Form 3 just one paragraph. They need like pendahuluan, 3 isi, and also penutup. Total 5 paragraph here. 5 perenggan, but some of the teachers, they will ask you to write 4 perenggan. Because they want you to write 2 isi saja. Because they scared that you write too long, then they will deduct the marks. So some teacher requires you to write 4 perenggan. So you have to follow. If your teacher want you all to write 4 paragraph, then you have to follow. Okay? And then same goes with bahagian B, which is karangan panjang. Normally, we are writing 6 paragraph. But some of the teacher, they want you to write 5 paragraph, 5 perenggan. Because they want you have 3 isi saja. Normally, we have 4 isi mah. If 6 paragraph is 4 isi. 5 perenggan ialah 3 isi. Pendahuluan yang penutup. But some teacher, they want you like just 2 isi for bahagian A and then 3 isi for bahagian B. Okay, these concepts are 3 isi and also 2 isi only applicable for those that you are writing a lot of huraian. Only you can write like this. Cannot? So bahagian A, remember, since it's called it, they are showing you those bahan rangsangan, pictures and also the image and also the point form all this. So you have to follow, which is the EC is given here, you have to use it. You didn't use the bahan rangsangan they given, you gonna deduct marks lah. And then same goes with bahagian B. Bahagian B, sometimes they will give you a perenggan on top. You need to follow. Only if I use a red pen, you will see the questions. Selain isi isi pertama, for example, selain membaca buku, apakah apakah cara yang lain untuk memanfaatkan masa? So you cannot write membaca buku. So if they say selain isi, except for this isi, only you don't write this one. But if they didn't mention, you need to use on top the point they given for you lah. And it's 100 marks. And at kertas 2 is also 100 marks. We differentiate to bahagian A, B, and also C. So bahagian A, which is all those morphology. Morphology is all those jenis kata. For example, kata nama, kata adjective, what you learn before in Form 1 to Form 3. And then synthesis, all is the like subject plus predicate, ayat active, ayat passive, and a lot more. Later, I will show you the questions and also the jenis synthesis. Penyuntingan, last time in Form 1 to Form 3, they're very good. They put question 1, 2, and 3 last time. But then now, don't have this already. They combine in one paragraph. And then they will ask you to find kesalahan ejaan, imbuhan, tata bahasa. And then BMS. BMS, you need to change the classic word to standard words. This one also quite easy lah, but this one is normally 6 mark only. Don't try to ignore this type of question lah, because at least you change a little bit and then you get the marks. Peribahasa, sometimes they will ask for synonym, sometimes they will ask for the maksud, sometimes they will ask for antonym. Antonym quite hard lah, because you need to give the peribahasa that is a different meaning. So if you really can't aim for peribahasa, don't waste so many time on here, because you still have a lot of questions. Now, bahagian B, we have 2 pemahaman. One is petikan umum, one is petikan sastra. Petikan umum is very easy to understand. Sastra more toward like they have a lot of puisi, pantun, all this. And then total they have 4 questions, total is 8. And then half of it is K-Bar questions. So K-Bar question, they have 2 types of K-Bar questions. One is general. Normally question 3 for K-Bar question is more to general, which is all of us, we can do what thing? Kita haruslah buat apa. Okay, question 4, but you have to see the question. Question 4 sometimes can be general question. Sometimes they can give you scenario case. If they give you scenario case, then you have to use saya haruslah buat apa. They will say, they give you a position one. Sebagai murid, sebagai rakan sekelas, what you will do. Okay, if they give you a scenario case, then you have to use saya. If don't have, then just use general answer kita. Or the specific mention of what ibu bapa harus buat apa, then you have to put ibu bapa. So you have to see question. Mostly question 4 is scenario case, but sometimes question 4 also can be like they want specific what parents can do. They also can be general kita. So this one need to see the questions. And then novel for Form 4 exam, they only will come up Form 4 lah. But if you go to next year, Form 5, they will combine Form 4 and Form 5 novel. So you cannot forget. Both you have to remember. Can And got 1 year, they come out before Form 4, Form 5 novel for SPM. So you cannot forget any things that you learn for Form 4 and Form 5 novel. They have two story you have to remember. But normally, if they didn't ask you for both, they will give you Form 4, Form 5 novel, ask you to choose one novel. And then only you follow the question. They're asking for nilai or what you can learn or what is the nilai positive. Then you just write. And then with contoh huraian. And then rumusan is 30 marks. This one is quite easy as well because answer is all inside the petikan. Okay, now we go for bahagian. No, the next kertas 3. So kertas 3 ialah bertutur. We have 2 sets. One is individu, one is kumpulan. Individu is more likely teacher asks you keep up questions and then you answer. And then kumpulan is more likely 4 persons sitting there and then teacher will be here. But teacher sometimes won't interrupt you. They interrupt you is because they don't understand what you are talking. Normally they will see you how you interact with your friend. This is how you gain marks for your kumpulan. And then mendengar, normally they give you a radio, listen, and then you answer the questions. Normally it's MCQ all this lah. MCQ only at here only. Other no MCQ. Only kertas 4 got MCQ questions. Can? So far, any question for kertas 1, 2, 3, 4? Any questions? Any parts you feel confused? If no, then I go for next one already. Okay, now we go for kertas 1 first, which is bahagian A. Okay, bahagian A, remember, questions normally nowadays, this one very good. They give you kata kunci and also the topic. But nowadays, they only give you topic sahaja. I underline this one is topic. This one is kata kunci, the keyword. Normally now, questions is without kata kunci. How you find your kata kunci is you need to read this topic first and then go find the huraian they give you, the bahan rangsangan they give you, and then only decide what is the kata kunci here. So the point here already given here lah, kepentingan. Only if the question didn't give you, you have to find. Because I see a lot of state paper and also like school exam, nowadays they only give you topic because they want to trick students. So if you didn't write kata kunci correctly, your karangan will be very messy because teacher don't know what you write. Because this one you can write a lot of things. Langkah untuk memupuk kepentingan atau kesan buruk, kesan baik. Okay, so this one they have a lot of kata kunci they can write. So you need to know how to find this one. Okay, and then now, for example, this one they already introduced. Apakah e-wallet? E-wallet ialah dompet digital. Semakin popular. They already tell you it's become more popular. And then they change the way, mengubah cara pengguna melakukan pembayaran to do the payment for the product or the service. No matters online or without online, which is sometimes touch and go. I'm not sure now still can or not. Because last time touch and go, right? If you without data, you still can pay as long as you have the QR code. But I'm not sure now. Okay. Now, they give you a lot of contoh, right? Don't try to write down all the contoh just to make your word count more and more. Okay, you write a few contoh is enough. Don't write so many. You can just write maybe grab pay and also touch and go is enough. And also now, this one is just a contoh, which is also same thing as this one. Same thing only. Now, the first isi, kepentingan dompet digital dapat mengurangkan jumlah wang yang perlu dibawa. So you can reduce the money that you need to bring. So this one is your isi pertama. If you didn't follow, teacher will deduct marks. Because follow the marking scheme, SPM marking scheme, the first answer will be here. If you didn't follow, teacher will deduct his marks. And then isi kedua, boleh menyimpan segala rekod perbelanjaan. Because you can see back or what you pay, what you buy, all this through the transactions records. So there's 2EC. Okay, for those that you really not enough word count, you have to think your own the third EC. What is other benefits? But for those that you write a lot of huraian, 2EC, which means like pendahuluan, 2EC and penutup is enough for you. Because if you exit the word count, 150 to 200 words, like if you exit the word count, teacher will deduct a marks. So you need to alert this one. You cannot write as much as possible. Okay, this one, only if your word count is not enough, then you put the isi ketiga. Now, they already given you to you for topic pendahuluan and also the isi space here and also penutup. So here we'll write 3 paragraph here, but then in exam you have to write at least 4 paragraph lah. It's not a full answer, but at the last page of the seminar notes, there is a QR code for you to scan. There's a full answer for you. So no worries. Okay, so this one is just to teach you the technique how you write. So pendahuluan we are using TYK, topic, why, event, kata kunci. So topic is the main thing you find. You need to tell them, is it more and more or people didn't use it? Of course, there is more and more people using dompet digital because they say become more popular. So salah satu inovasi teknologi keuangan yang semakin mendapat tempat dalam masyarakat modern. So you explain why. Because nowadays, the technology, ITR, is more and more faster. And then our dompet digital, which is e-wallet, become an alternative towards the cara tradisional menguruskan keuangan. And then effect, normally we will write natijanya kesannya, but you can write this, melalui, which is through these applications. Okay, through these applications, transaksi seperti pembayaran, payment, pemindahan wang, which is like you transfer the money, dan penyimpanan maklumat keuangan, you save those informations, dapat dilakukan lebih pandas, it's more easy. So instead of you using kesannya, implikasinya, you can say through this topic. Okay, instead of you writing kesannya, implikasinya. Now, kata kunci, mari kita mengkaji. Okay, you can use meneliti. Last time we use meneliti also kan? Or you want to use mengkaji also kan? Kepentingan dompet digital kepada masyarakat. Okay, now, so our first EC will be mengurangkan jumlah wang yang perlu dibawa. Now, so we write some EC here. If you don't have the notes, you write in a piece of paper first. Okay, so salah satu, one of it, remember, if you use salah satu or antara, you cannot put kata ganda already. So salah satu kepentingan dompet digital kepada masyarakat termaksudlah so your first EC is what already mengurangkan jumlah wang yang perlu dibawa. So you can say termaksudlah seseorang, one of the persons, dapat mengurangkan, able to reduce mengurangkan jumlah wang yang perlu dibawa. Our EC is always SHYK. So our H normally is telling you the contoh, but it's not a fixed, so your SHYE, right? And the K, the middle part is the one that you get the marks here. And then you are allowed to twist for HYE. For example, after your EC, you want to explain why first. You are allowed to use. As long as your writing is smooth, then can ready. Now, how do you explain this one? Why we can, okay, if you want to put why also can, you want to put contoh also can. Now, why is it we can reduce the total money that we need to bring? We use the e-wallet to do what? Apakah yang kita gunakan melalui aplikasi dompet digital? What you do? Example? Any example? Or you want to tell me the reason also kan? Or normally what you use for your e-wallet? You all didn't use your e-wallet one ah? Did you all use your e-wallet? No? Wait, guys, you all really didn't use like Touch and Go, Grab Pay, Shopee Pay? No one ah. Normally we buy foods, all this, right? When buying things, no need to cash. Okay, yes, correct. So this you can put it in general, which is in a contoh. Like normally in our daily life, we can use this. So for example, you can using melalui instead of you put contohnya tamsilnya. I used to have Touch and Go, but I lost my account. Ah, oh, okay. Then you cannot use Touch and Go already lah. Okay, so if you don't want to use contohnya or tamsilnya misalnya, is also all is contohnya, you can use melalui. So melalui kewujudan, which is axis of dompet, we put aplikasi first lah because it's the apps. Aplikasi dompet digital. Kita boleh membuat bayaran seperti such as for example you buy the food, membeli makanan, or you want to say barang keperluan, the things that you need, or you want to say you want to pay the utility, membayar cost utility. Like utility already is your electricity bills, all this. Okay, all the bills. You want to say membayar bill utility also can. Dan lain-lain. Don't need list a lot. Just list a few things that you will do. Dan lain-lain and others. And then you explain why. Like tanpa memerlukan without using wang physical. Like physical cash, all this. Then you explain here kerana. So you're explaining kerana I combine H plus Y together already using kerana. Kerana aplikasi tersebut telah menawarkan already offer the service perkhidmatan bagi pembayaran for payment. This one I take from the bahan rangsangan sama ada through online or without, like not online, sama ada dah secara dalam talian dan luar talian. If you're done, then raise hand, then we go for the next one. If you're done, then raise hand up. If you really can't finish, you screenshot first, then only you write down after class. Like Diren, Kaiming, Matthew, and Zayden. We still have one effect and also conclusive. Because I cannot take screenshot and then send in a chat box. So you all need to take the screenshot yourself if you haven't finished. So I will continue my E here. So easy for those that you haven't copied. I will continue here. You continue at next page, okay? So now effect. So what is the effect? Jika kita menggunakan dompet digital, what is the effect? Apakah kesan jika kita menggunakan dompet digital? What do you think? Mengurangkan pencurian wang, okay, reduce people steal the money, okay, reduce the risk lah, mengurangkan risiko pencurian wang, okay, what else? So you can say kesannya, or you can use implikasinya also can, is effect, or is kesannya. Situasi ini sudah tentu for sure. If you don't want to use sudah tentu for sure, you can use nescaya. There's another words for you. It's not Nescafe, it's nescaya. Nescaya, which is for sure. Sudah tentu dapat menurunkan risiko. Other than like steal the money, what else? Hey guys, other than this, what else the risk? Anything that you can, what else? Pencurian. What else you can reduce? Or you want to say other benefits also can? Oi, you all got use e-wallet or GrabPay to buy something one, right? So what do you think? No need to carry a big wallet, okay? Okay, done. Okay, we say like this, like because this one a bit similar like our EC. So this one maybe later we can put it in our conclusive. So you can say it make our life easier. So memudahkan kehidupan harian kita. Now, what is peribahasa? You getting two benefits at the same time. What is the peribahasa? You getting two benefits at the same time. Okay. While diving and also drinking water. Okay, I didn't ask you to do this, but this direct translate from the peribahasa. Okay, sambil apa? Seperti sambil. What is diving in Yemen? Near. There's three letters. You learned before one. Menyelam, yes, correct. Sambil menyelam. Drink water. What is drink water? Oi, drink water in BM. Minum air, guys. Sambil menyelam minum air, which is you getting two benefits at the same time. Right here, obtain two benefits at the same times. Now, so we write beside down here, conclusi. I will continue right. Okay, I just write here the conclusi. So conclusi, there's two methods of writing for conclusi. One is synonym. You just change the word to synonym. One, you are changing to ayat passive. For example, just now your EC is active, right? Then you just change it to passive form. This one is quite useful because when you suddenly can't think about a synonym, you can just use the ayat passive. But make sure you change the ayat passive is correct one. So you can use isharnya. Isharnya, which is conclusinya. So you can say aplikasi. Just now what we write just now. Mengurangkan jumlah wang yang perlu dibawa. So we can say aplikasi. Wait. Don't write this first. So put passive, our object first. Wang yang perlu dibawa boleh dikurangkan, can be reduced. So this one, the first dibawa is not your kata kerja, it's the things that describe your wang. Okay, so I change it to ayat passive already. So wang yang perlu dibawa boleh dikurangkan melalui through aplikasi dompet digital. If we're done raise hand, then we go for our next part, which is our penutup. If you can't find the raise hand button, just tell me you're done in the chat box, okay? Okay, now we go for penutup isi. Kesimpulannya, dompet maya dan digital membawa pelbagai kemudahan. They bring a lot of easy way and then advantage for us. If you don't want to write kemudahan, you can write kemaslahatan. Kemaslahatan is also benefits. Just the words that are small atas sikit lah. Okay, ke dalam pengurusan kewangan peribadi, which is managing our personal financial. Okay, so I can start the sentence with untuk remember keterangan. I can put first and then I put a comma to remind you. So untuk memastikan penggunaannya lebih luas, which is I can more understanding the usage. Pihak berkuasa, they say the parties that have power, perlu meningkatkan kesedaran. They need to increase the awareness tentang faedah dompet digital, which is the benefits of e-wallet, especially dalam golongan yang kurang terdedah kepada teknologi. Okay, now try don't use just golongan orang tua sahaja, because it's not just the elders they do know how to use e-wallets. Sometimes the youngster they also do know how to use e-wallets. So you can say the group personnel that is not don't know how to use those e-wallets or these. Okay, dengan pelaksanaan langkah-langkah strategik dan kerjasama antara sektor swasta dan kerajaan, they are telling you the kesan. If everyone is unite together, okay, what will happen? So dompet digital mampu memperkukuh ekonomi digital negara. Of course, the e-wallets can make it our economy more better. Okay, you use a highlighter or anything to remind yourself. I can start a sentence with diharapkan, because diharapkan means like hope that. But you use a red pen to remind yourself, you are not allowed to use saya berharap, because this is not a ucapan. So you don't write like saya berharap, just use diharapkan. Hope that. Okay, diharapkan penggunaan dompet digital akan terus berkembang, will continue expand dan menjadikan they will become our life more convenient, fast and safe. You are allowed to use start with diharapkan because diharapkan means like hope that. Okay, this one don't need copy anything. Just you need to write something that like cross for saya berharap. Okay, now we go for next one. Dana, like 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, now we go for bahagian B here. So bahagian B here, they normally give you 4 questions. Choose one. Okay, now read the question here. Berdasarkan petikan di atas, uraikan faktor-faktor. What is the reason berlakunya masalah disiplin dalam kalangan pelajar di negara kita? What is the reason that cause discipline problems happens? Now go find here and tell me which line. Line number 4. Okay, yes, correct. Which is perasaan, which is the students seolah-olah terbawa dengan perasaan, which is they bring all their emotions sehingga hilang kawalan diri, they cannot control themselves. And then next one, mementingkan keseronokan. They will just focus on like the play, the fun. Okay. Dan berbangga dengan perkara yang dilakukan oleh mereka. So this is all the reason they giving you why discipline problem nowadays is more and more. So this is your isi pertama, isi kedua, isi ketiga. Now, they don't have isi keempat. So what is the isi keempat? What do you think? Apakah faktor yang lain yang menyebabkan masalah disiplin dalam kalangan pelajar semakin berleluasa? Number 7. Melampau budaya autokratik. Can, this one can. But this one, if you're not sure how to write, then don't write. So if you can't think about the budaya autokratik, how to explain? So at least you got touch 1, 2, 3 is enough. But what else? Okay, we put the EC5 here. What else is the reason? What else? What is the reason that cause teenager nowadays they have discipline problem? Bad influence. Normally from who? Siapakah yang mengakibatkan mereka mempunyai parents which is or parents and friends. Okay, if you want to say friends, which is pengaruh rakan sebaya, which is they have yang bertabiat buruk, they have a bad habit. If you want to say parents, I put a EC6 here. Normally is family, the family have problems. Normally will cause the students also have the issue for discipline. Pelajar tersebut berasal dari keluarga yang bermasalah. Which is like bad habits. Example, what is it? Like the parents not doing the things right. Okay. This one I put A here and then B, ibu bapa yang melibatkan diri dalam kes jenayah. Criminal case, for example, maybe they, or you want to say melibatkan diri dalam gejala sosial also kan. For example, they intake the drugs or they really the children will follow lah. And sometimes is the parents force their kids to intake the drugs. Sometimes it's like this different. They have a lot of case lah. And don't worry, it's all these they have the answer at the last page. They have a code QR, right? Then you scan only. So I won't discuss like one by one writing karangan because really not enough time. Are you done? Are you done? Now we go for number two. Okay, number two. Ilmu pengetahuan memberikan banyak manfaat. They give a lot of benefits. Seperti yang telah dibincangkan dalam petikan. Huraikan manfaat menuntut ilmu kepada setiap individu. Now, what is the benefit if you obtain knowledge? What is the easy here? Which line? Number four. Dalam kehidupan kerana okay, remember this is just a general. They say obtain the knowledge is very important because they bring a lot of benefits, but they didn't mention specific. You need to take from number 5 here. Tiga kepentingan. You don't take general answer, you take the specific answer, which is dapat meningkatkan kemahiran dan pengetahuan, meningkatkan peluang kerjaya, meningkatkan kualiti hidup. Okay, one is the skill and the knowledge. One is the chance for working chances, career. And also meningkatkan kualiti hidup. So there's one, there's two, there's three here. Now, what is number 4? What else? What else is the benefits if you obtain knowledge? Apakah kebaikan yang lain jika anda menuntut ilmu? If you obtain knowledge, what is the good things? What is the advantage? Other people in career. But this one got ready. Meningkatkan peluang kerjaya is same thing. Same thing you cannot. So 1, 2, 3. There's one more. Give me other than this 1, 2, 3. What else? Oi, you all everyday study second line and third line terbalik ah. Which one, which one? Third line, second line to, line 3 terbaik, wait ah. Kita dapat, okay, can. Is it this one? So, dengan mempelajari sains, sejarah dan bahasa, kita dapat memahami cara berfungsi dan kita dapat berinteraksi dengan, this one thank God, they got 4 point already. So, if you want to add on also can. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. General knowledge, pengetahuan amat. then it will be similar here already. Cara dunia berfungsi, then we can interact very well. So actually here got 2 points, but you can combine it in one paragraph as well. So they're giving you all these answer, you have to use it lah. So example, if suddenly you forgot one of the EC, you don't know how to explain, you don't have any huraian for HYE, then you can add on one thing. But at least you've got touch here. 1, 2, 3, you got touch 3 already. And then one, you put your own EC is fine. Is acceptable. Okay. But you cannot totally don't touch and then all is your own point. Cannot. Cannot. Same goes with your bagian A as well. Now, number 3. Berdasarkan petikan di atas, jelaskan usaha-usaha. What is the way yang boleh dilakukan untuk menarik golongan muda menceburi bidang pertanian? What we can do to attract the youngster involved in the agriculture. Now, go find your answer from here. Hey, who can do something to attract the youngster involved in agriculture? 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is isu yang selalu timbul dalam usaha memperkukuh keselamatan ialah kekurangan minat. Okay, they are lack of interest. Okay, this one very tricky because they give you the balik punya isi to make you confused. So they are actually giving you all is the reason. So kekurangan minat, the lack of interest. So how you do? You highlight the minat dalam kalangan belia. Belia means teenager. Belia means remaja, teenager. Then you add on here, memupuk, cultivate. Memupuk minat dalam kalangan belia. This one will be your first EC. Who can motivate, who can cultivate, for example, government. For example, pihak kerajaan. Memupuk minat dalam kalangan belia untuk menyertai sektor pertanian dan perikanan. And then maybe they through the campaign, all this, campaign kesedaran. Okay, other than this, what else? This one very tricky because all they given is facto. They want to make you confused. You cannot direct copy this one. So just tell me which one you think that you can become a chariot. Other than 5 and 6, what else is the answer? You see, penawaran gaji, they offer the salary that is low, but you don't change that low income will attract the youngster. So you need to put penawaran gaji yang lumayan, which is reasonable. Just change and like a little bit, then you can become your EC already. So this is your EC pertama, EC kedua. Now EC ketiga, you see, kurangnya penderahan teknologi dalam pertanian, which is the lack of exposure about the technology towards agriculture. So what you do, you put pendedahan technology. So you don't take the kurangnya. Conduct a programs about agriculture. Then you'll be a campaign lah. This one will be a contoh. So remember, you cannot direct copy kurangnya is wrong. You cannot say gaji yang rendah is wrong. You cannot say kekurangan minat. This one is very tricky because all these actually they are telling you what is the reason actually teenager is not interested on agriculture, pertanian. So you just change a little bit, become a child already, then can ready. So this one really very tricky. Okay, they have a lot of tricky questions in BM. So you need to read the words very carefully. Okay, now they only give you 3 points here. So what else you can attract teenager involved in agriculture? Apakah usaha yang lain untuk menarik minat golongan muda untuk menceburi bidang pertanian? What else? Who can do something? For example, any one of the school you all have start to have pertanian subject already? I think KK got right, SMKKK. Oh, some of the school got ready, right? Okay, so you can put like this. Menyelitkan. Menyelitkan means insert. Mata pelajaran, the subject. Pertanian. Okay, menyelitkan mata pelajaran pertanian dalam sukatan in your syllabus. Sukatan pelajaran di sekolah. This is how they can do to attract the youngster have interest because nowadays the youngster have bias bah. They have like a tanggapan negative, okay, towards bidang pertanian because they think that bidang pertanian is very hard job, is very tiring, or is not earning money. So they need to expose to them on what actually we can do. We can use technology to make it faster and then we can earn a lot of money after we harvest all the things. Okay, done, huh? Now we go for number 4. Eh, you done or not? I haven't. If you done, can raise hand. Then we go for soalan keempat. Others are done. Okay, like for those that you haven't done, can I take a screenshot first? Like 3, 2, 1. We go for question number 4. Okay, this one is saying sebagai rakyat Malaysia, as a Malaysian, terangkan tanggungjawab, which is the responsibility for what you can do, okay, yang perlu dilakukan oleh semua pihak, which means actually this is all is langkah who can do something untuk merealisasikan hasrat tersebut, to make it happen. Now, go find. Is there any point here? Is there any point? Or no point? Number 4, memastikan 1, 2, 3, 4 terus dikekalkan. But they just mentioned menjalankan tanggungjawab to ensure the perpaduan and integrasi nasional terus berkekalan. They didn't mention what they did. They just to ensure this one hasrat tersebut which means they want to make it negara yang aman, harmoni, makmur dapat diwujudkan melalui. This is the hasrat. They want to make our country peaceful and then through the perpaduan semua kaum. But this one actually they don't have anything here. So who can do something? Tanggungjawab semua pihak which is sekolah, ibu bapa, diri sendiri, kerajaan, media massa. Who can do something so that we can merealisasikan hasrat tersebut? Now, who can do something here? What do you think? So this one actually no point. So what is your point? Hey guys, what is the tanggungjawab pihak? Semua pihak is not just kerajaan. They can be your diri sendiri, your masyarakat, or your ibu bapa, sekolah, pihak kerajaan, media massa, what they can do. Apakah yang boleh dilakukan oleh mereka untuk merealisasikan hasrat perpaduan, hasrat negara yang aman, harmoni dan makmur? Eh, what is your answer? Wait, no answer, y'all. Okay, for example, diri sendiri, our own self. We need to have what nilai, we need to have what practice so that we can like unite with each other and then don't argue, don't fight. What we need to have. Okay, actually, we own self, we need to have, for example, nilai menghormati, so that you respect each other, you won't fight with each other. So, mempunyai nilai menghormati. For example, you menghormati budaya yang lain, kaum yang lain, okay? And then dapat mengelakkan, you can avoid pergaduhan, fights happen. Okay, for example, what school can do? Apakah yang boleh dilakukan oleh pihak sekolah? What we can do for pihak sekolah? School have to focus what thing? Gotong royong ah. Gotong royong normally I will put it in masyarakat. So, for example, I put it here. Even to say pihak kerajaan also can mengurangkan case bully. No, this one is asking you to merealiskan hasrat to make it happen. Our country will be peaceful. Why you mengurangkan case bully? Then it's not right already. It's wrong already. So we can say for gotong royong, you can put like this: menganjurkan, which is having activity kemasyarakatan, which is society activity. For example, then you put contoh gotong royong, activity gotong royong untuk membersihkan kawasan perumahan. For school, for example, what? Okay, school need to focus what thing so that everyone, the students mempunyai nilai atau semangat patriotisme. Easy question. Apakah yang perlu diutamakan oleh pihak sekolah? What subject that needs focus by the, yes, correct, sejarah. So, mengutamakan subject, sejarah S have to be capital letters because it's kata nama khas. And then, so that the students dapat menghayati, will be appreciate, menghayati keamanan negara, peacefulness of our country. Okay, other than diri sendiri, pihak sekolah, this one can be government, pihak berkuasa, atau pihak kerajaan also can. Having the society activities. Okay, what else? Who else can do something? Okay, for example, media massa, which is our multimedia. Apakah yang dapat dilakukan oleh pihak media massa? Peranan media, peranan is the role. Pihak media massa is the party. So if want to write peranan can, but then you say peranan pihak media massa ialah apa saja. Then pihak media massa is the party name. Peranan is a role. It's different thing. One is party, one is role. What multimedia can do? Multimedia means like peranan media social. Sorry, I just see is media social. Media social is a platform for you to spread the news. But media massa is a party name. Pihak media massa, which is like the radio, TV, all these under media massa. But media social is a platform. It's different thing. For example, you put it like this: menyebabkan kepentingan, the importance, kepentingan perpaduan dalam media sosial dan kan. Because media social is a platform. It's not media social is spreading the news. It is a platform. Don't use sebarkan. You have to put menyebarkan because sebarkan is a there have two concepts of kata kerja. One is instructions. I ask you to do something like this, so I use sebarkan. But one thing will be ayat passive. So I'm not allowed to use like when you're writing karangan, only if it's a cut, you put it, change it to ayat passive, then you are allowed to use sebarkan. But if you just directly put sebarkan, is wrong. Poster tentang kepentingan keamanan. You can write tentang kepentingan keamanan negara atau kepentingan perpaduan. I will write perpaduan because to meningkatkan kesedaran, to increase their awareness, so that they know, oh, actually, unite is very important. And they will take care so that the effect, you can say, dapat menjamin negara yang aman. Okay? Meningkatkan kesedaran, which like increase the awareness. So remember, I'm not asking you to write the four question karangan. I'm just telling you all the EC you can find from the petikan. Okay, so bagian B, choose one question enough. It's not choosing 4 questions. You also cannot finish 4 questions also. And it's like just 2 hours, not enough. So totally you have 2 questions. Total you have 2 questions you need to write, which is bagian A and also bagian B. Bagian B, choose one question on it. Bagian A must write lah. You cannot avoid. Okay, if you're done raise hand, then we go for next questions. So I didn't discuss the whole thing answer because there's not enough time. So the last which I have a code QR, you can scan it for the answer. But if you want to try your own, and then let me mark also can. Like for those others I've done. Okay, for those that you think that you copy very slow, screenshot first. Later on you copy. And then you done screenshot also raise your hand. If you can't find the raise hand button, just tell me you're done. So that I know that I can move on. Like 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go. Now, so this is contoh karangan. It's not asking you just write 3 paragraphs because normally we discuss in class, we just discuss 3 paragraphs because not enough time. But you have to write more than that, okay? Now we go for kertas 2 morphology. Now, all this is the jenis kata you have to remember. You cannot just say, oh, I want to memorize, I want to know kata adjective saja. I want to know kata hubung saja. No. All these things you have to know. Kata nama, they have kata nama am, kata nama khas, all this. Kata hubung, they have kata hubung gabungan, kata hubung panjangan. All this you need to know details. Because some school, they will specific ask, what is, they want you to find kata hubung gabungan to connect the sentence that seem important. So you cannot just say, oh, I know general, then can already. Okay, you need to know the specific for kata hubung, kata nama, kata penguat, all this. Very easy one, okay? Now, we go for here. Okay, kata adjective, I think you know what is it already, right? The words that describe for something. Now, acronym, you need to remember, acronym ialah gabungan suku kata. What is suku kata? For example, cerpen, cerita pendek. I taking from the words suku kata. Cerita pendek, I take the pen. So become cerpen. So this is called acronym. So this is called acronym, gabungan suku kata. Always remember, I write down here. There's one more called kata singkatan. For example, SPM or this, Sijil Pelajar Malaysia. Okay, this one will be your last choice when you are choosing an acronym. Only if you have no answer, then you choose kata singkatan. But the first choice always come for here because they want to say gabungan suku kata first. Okay, now, give me your answer for kata adjective. Kata adjective, which means the words that describe something. So what is your answer? What kipas? Atas. Find from here. Wah. So day, yes, correct. Okay, what else? Other than sedih, what else? Kata adjective are the word that describe your feelings, describe the colors, describe the situations. Maju, yes, correct. Which is our country is improving. Okay, what else? Okay. This one I at least find already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 here. Now only you find 2. You need to find as much as possible so that you can choose. Malu, yes, correct. What else? Because you need to bina ayat. So of course you need to find that the most easy one. Ma. No more, you all. No more answer. Wait. Erat, close. Baharu, new. Bebas. Here. All this is kata adjective because it describes something. Can Baharu means new. It's not baru. Baru is just now. It's different thing. So Baharu is new. Baru is just now. Don't confuse yourself. The Hakis is erot, but then I not recommend you take. Where is the guy? Where is the Hakis? Which line? The first paragraph or second paragraph? The Hakis. I need to see the words, how they form. Oh, semakin terhakis. Okay, counted, but then try not to take imbuhan. Can Try don't take the imbuhan one because some teacher don't accept. So we just take the general one, which is kata dasar, original words. Okay, now, what is your kata acronym? JPN, okay. Okay, this one can because only got 2 answers on it. Okay, one more, what is it? Anyone want to try? Yes, correct. Purata. Because purata, which is pukul rata, average. So when you write it in exam, you have to write like this because they have 2 jenis kata. So you have to write, for example, you write kata adjective first. Remember to write the soalan number. What is the number 1, number 2 like this. Soalan apa? Adjective. And then what is the word? For example, you want to put erat first. Then you bina ayat here. You have to write very details because teacher will deduct your marks sometimes. You didn't write what is the jenis kata. And you didn't write the soalan, teacher will deduct or sure will give you 0 marks. Because teacher want you to remember in SPM, you have to write questions. So they will sometimes they just give you 0 marks. Okay? And same thing. Kata adjective, you need to have 2 ma. Then 3 is the kata acronym. You need to write what is the acronym first. Then what is the word? For example, purata. Then only bina ayat. You cannot direct copy from the sentence there. 0 marks. You can change a little bit. Okay, but don't so obvious I copy direct the whole thing and then just change the year, then cannot. Okay, you can use something like merekodkan apa, then merekodkan other things. Okay, just take the general one. Okay, which is don't direct copy lah. Direct copy 0 marks. Okay, now we go for next questions. So next question is synthesis. For example, do susunan ayat, binaan ayat, ayat tunggal majmuk, penyata, jenis ayat. This is also called jenis ayat. And then menukar ayat, which is become ayat active and passive. Cakap ajuk and cakap pindah come out on last year. But then you also need to remember because cakap ajuk and cakap pindah, we're not sure next year is from 5, so we're not sure next year they will come out again or not. But this year, of course, they won't come out again, same thing lah. And then subject predicat and pola ayat. So all these things you have to remember. All you learn before already. Okay? Now, we go for ayat majmuk and ayat tunggal here. So sometimes they will say tulis dua ayat tunggal yang lengkap bagi 3 ayat majmuk. But sometimes they will put like this, cerakinkan. Cerakinkan ayat majmuk tersebut. When you see cerakinkan, don't feel confused, because cerakinkan means you need to split the sentence to 2 sentences. So ayat majmuk, normally they combine 2 to 3 sentences, and then they have kata hubung here. But because they ask you to become dua ayat tunggal from 3 sentences, so become 2 times 3, you need 6 sentences on it. And then ayat tunggal is just 1 sentence and no kata hubung. But sometimes they will have kata hubung inside ayat tunggal because they ask you to stick out, become 2 sentences only mah. So maybe they are still have 2 to 3 sentences inside. So sometimes ayat tunggal will have kata hubung. So later you will see some of the sentence, they will have kata hubung. Okay, for example, this one, they didn't underline for you, which means you need to choose your own sentence that is have kata hubung. For kata acronym, do you need to write the letter short form when you bina ayat? You mean like the pukul rata, is it? The full name, or what do you mean? Don't need write full name, just write purata. Oh, you mean the JPN? You have to write here. Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara. Because when you put short form, you have to put the full name first, only you can put short form. So you have to put this one, JPN, Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara. Same concept when you're writing essay. The first sentence, you need to introduce the short form first. What is the short form? Then the next sentence only can use the short form. Can Okay, now continue. So this one, they didn't underline for you. So for example, this one, I give you some hints. So this sentence, what is the kata hubung? Walaupun, yes, correct. So I take out walaupun, I take out a comma. Remember, comma is also your kata hubung. So become semua tingkap dan pintu masih belum dibuka. So this one will be your first sentence. Hening pagi, which is the morning, is very quiet. Okay, masih lagi dapat dirasai will be a second sentence. This one was quite easy. So when you're writing, they didn't underline for you, right? Which means you need to copy the whole sentence inside the AM. Write the sentence first. Then only you write the answer. Which means you need to write 3 times. Because they didn't underline for you. Your teacher don't know what you are choosing the sentence. So you need to write the full sentence first. And then one sentence. The first sentence is the whole thing. And then second. And then third. Can you understand? Okay, now we go for next one. But here I didn't write full answer with you because I want to fast. Now next sentence will be here. This one very easy but quite tricky. So which one is your kata hubung? Easy question. Topik geledah dan kunci motosikal ayah sudah tiada di atas almari. So, easy question. Kata hubung to connect the sentence. Wah, no one know. How? You all gonna exam. Yes, correct. Done. So, topik geledah. But then, so, I need to repeat both for ayah. I need to say topik geledah ayah sudah tiada di atas almari. My first sentence. Second sentence. Kunci motosikal ayah sudah tiada di atas almari. This one very tricky. A lot of students put until here, which is they didn't repeat topik geledah for ayah. They didn't repeat the ayah for topik geledah, sorry. Terbalik already. So this one will be 3A and B. Okay, mathematics, you know, become 3A and then AB. In exam, cannot write this, 0 marks. I went fast, I put it like this, right? Now, we go for next one. Last one here. This one, they have dua kata hubung. But then, split the easy one. So you don't need copy a lot.
Dapat, no. Dapat is kata bantu. Is not kata hubung. Kata hubung is the word to connect the sentence. Kerana, yes, correct. Untuk is also a kata hubung, but don't split because you need to copy a lot of things. Same goes with just now, the first sentence that's done, right? But if you split done, then you need to copy a lot of things. So you split walaupun. It's much more easy. Okay? Then this one will be number 4. And then this one will be number 5. But siapa punya rakan sekerja, which is colleague? Siapa punya rakan sekerja? I cannot put near. I cannot start a sentence with near. Siapa punya rakan sekerja? Rakan sekerja siapa? See back the first sentence lah. Yeah, yes, correct. So this one, 4 and 5. Can? So if they underline for you already, then sometimes they will underline for you. They will underline like this. Ask you to split the sentence. If they already underline for you, don't need to recopy again the ayat majmuk. Just give your answer. Ayat tunggal to ayat tunggal. Can? Like 3, 2, 1. We go for next questions, which is penyuntingan. Now, penyuntingan, they can be a kesalahan bahasa, imbuhan antarabahasa, all this. And also bahasa. So this one, the first sentence here, there is dua kesalahan. Total, they have 6. Semula jadi, yes, correct. I have to split. Okay, what else? Diperhati, okay, change to what? They say keistimewaan Malaysia dapat melalui budaya penduduknya. No, they are just add on the imbuhan saja. I cannot say enjoy because I want to say observe by through the culture of the citizens, penduduk. I just become diperhatikan. Because I don't have memperhati. When we change it to kata kerja active, they become memperhatikan. So when you change back to passive, also same thing, diperkan. Because they have 2 meaning. Okay, you see, I use active to explain. We have memerhatikan, and then we have memperhatikan. All these 2, the original words is different. One is perhati. That's why the imbuhan become merhatikan. But why I use memperhatikan? Because my original words is hati. It's different thing. So memerhatikan is like you pay attention to. It's actually similar. Memerhatikan actually similar. And then this one is like observe. So since now this original is hati, so you have to put diperhatikan lah, instead of you put diperhati. Because you are changing to passive. Okay, now we go for next sentence. In this sentence, we have dua kesalahan. Easy question as well. Semua, okay, yes, correct. Remember, semua is kata bilangan. So you are not allowed to put kata ganda keistimewaan ada baik. So just put one is enough. Because semua already all. Keistimewaan is a lot. Okay, now there's one more. Pendorong, no. Pendorong is, faktor pendorong is like the factors that is pushing. Okay, it's normally we don't say ke dalam negara kita. It's not going to inside our country. Let's go to our country. So ke dalam change it become. We don't say go inside the country. Go to the country. Wait. No. Okay. D and ke actually got different one. D is like you already at the physical place. But now you are attract people come to our country. So they are not already at the place. So I need to use ke. Yes, correct. Correct. I need to use ke saja. Ke negara kita. Okay, now next one. In this sentence, we have satu kesalahan. Tempat-tempat. No. Tempat-tempat is a lot of place. In front also don't have any kata bilangan, so it's correct. But you see, they mentioned program terancang harus terlaksana. Terlaksana, which means the things already accomplished, but they are just in the program that planning. You want to say execute. It's not already accomplished. Terlaksana is like already done, already finished. But this one is just program terancang, the program that plan have to execute. Wih, dilaksanakan. Because they are still ongoing, it's not already finished. Can Now we go for next one. Okay, this one easy. One kesalahan ejaan. Prasarana, yes, correct. Prasarana, they have to stick together without the dash. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and 6. Now we go for petikan kedua. Okay, this one dialogue. Later you will see a lot of tricky question. Later I'll tell you. Okay, now the first sentence, there is dua kesalahan. Easy question you learned before, and these two you also learned before, since Form 1 to Form 3. Mata pelajaran. Okay, yes, correct. You have to split. Okay, there's one more. Ui, oh, forgot already ah. Dibandingkan, no. Jika mahu dibandingkan, compare with the previous exam, nothing wrong. Paling susah sekali, yes, correct. I have two answer. What is my answer? Paling susah, okay, yes, correct. And then, susah sekali, yes, correct. You need to always remember, paling is called it kata penguat hadapan. Kata penguat hadapan, they only can put in front of kata adjective. Sekali is kata penguat belakang. They only can put it behind of the kata adjective. So always remember, hadapan and belakang, they are not allowed to use it together. Can I have two answers in exam? No, just write one. I'm showing you. You write either one also correct. You write two answers also no extra marks, okay? So just write one answer is enough. Okay, now next one. There is satu kesalahan in this sentence. Okay, I know that I remind you all that my sentence I cannot start with ini. But since this is a dialogue, I can start a sentence with ini lah. Nothing wrong. But in fakta, when you're writing, you are not allowed to use ini to start thing. Cepat putus asa, nothing wrong. Without ber is correct as well because this is a dialogue. Okay, bila, yes, correct. Perhatikan also nothing wrong. Sorry, perbaiki also nothing wrong. Because this one is a dialogue, so they are allowed to use without the men or ber. Bila, what you need to change? No, it's not jika. Bila is when. There's one more when. Yes, correct. Apabila. Because bila is kata tanya. It's only for question. This one also not a questions. Okay, so you are not allowed to use bila. Now, next one. Banyak this sentence, there is satu kesalahan. They are using wrong words. So what is the answer? Okay, yes, correct. Menghafaz. What you need to change to? You want to memorize, you are not using menghafaz one. Menghafal. Yes, correct. Okay, memorize. Because menghafaz is only for Al-Quran. Can? Okay, now, next one. There is one kesalahan. Number 2 only got 5 kesalahan only, huh? This one I teach before. If you got attend my class. When I introducing the kata ganti nama, diri. I introduced this before to you. And telling you this one is wrong. Kata ganti nama diri, Ganti, ganti, which is they can replace our name. We have pertama, kedua, and ketiga. That one, do you remember? No lah. Anyone want to try for these questions? Actually, quite easy. Okay, you see, sahabat, no, nothing wrong with sahabat. You see, doa is pray, right? And then, kepadanya. You won't pray to a normal person. You are praying to a God. So, for Tuhan. So, the nya, how do you change? Tuhan. Okay, I cannot say change to kepada Tuhan. I have to change to kepada dash near capital letter N because near here equals to Tuhan. You cannot change to Tuhan, because they already mentioned kepada near. They are testing you whether you know the N capital letters and then with dash. Why I need to put a dash is because the N, the near here is a capital letters. Sorry, it's a kata nama khas. So it's a Tuhan. So I need to put a dash and an N capital letters. So this is number 5. Because I already mentioned for you, doa, pray. Okay, Dana. Now we go for next questions. Like 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, remember, you can write like this, salah or betul, or you can write pembetulan. And also, pembetulan should be here. And then this one is kesalahan. You want to write salah also can, but salah betul also can, or you want to write kesalahan, pembetulan also can. And then you just write like this, writing lah. You need to write the wrong one and then change it to correct one. Okay, now we go for BMS. Okay, BMS. Okay, always remember, bahasa istana perlu dikekalkan, which is the words for the king using, you have to remain. And then kata ganti nama diri perlu dikekalkan, which is like they are mentioning tuan hamba, then you have to remain. And then kata particular, you can cancel it out. Okay, just only if it's a dialogue, then you can remain, because la is to soften the tone. So if it's not a dialogue, then you can just take out. And then the nama watak perlu dikekalkan, which is the name remain. You don't change your own name, okay? Okay. And then the nama tempat juga perlu dikekalkan. The name for the place also have to remain. And then when you see maka at the first paragraph, then you just abaikan saja, which is just take out. And then if in the second paragraph or third paragraph, then you can just change to selepas itu atau kemudian. If it's in the middle of the sentence, for example, maka, small letter, then the maka you just change it to lalu. Cancel the kemudian, just change it to lalu is enough. But make sure it's in between of the sentence lah, then you change to lalu. Okay, number 7, tanda baca perlu dikekalkan. For example, all the symbol, you have to remain. Just for example, the siapa, you change to siapakah. Question marks remain. Can I? Now, BMS actually very easy. You just change a little bit of words and then you get the marks here. Don't just try to ignore it. Okay, for example, maka sembah Temenggung. You see, at the first page, at the first paragraph, the maka cancel. Sembah, you put it here because Temenggung is talking, you put it bersembah. Here, talking to the king, Daulat Tuanku Shah Alam remain unchanged. Pati nyuruh orang, I call people untuk berkawal semalam tadi. Okay, tadi is just now, but semalam is already yesterday. So you just remain semalam, cancel the tadi. Seorang pun tak temu. Okay, pun means also. Actually, we are still using pun now. So pun you can hear remain because you want to say, oh, actually, I call people to like take care of it. But then now one person also I didn't see. Just the tak, you need to change the what? Tidak, yes, correct. And then patik hamba, you see, they are using a wrong kata ganti nama diri. This person, Temenggung, is talking to the king. So talking to the king, you are using patik or hamba. Temenggung talking to king, sultan. No, it's not hamba. Normal person talking to a king, they are using patik. If a normal person, Temenggung talking to Laksamana, then they can use hamba. So you have to remain patik instead of hamba. And then take out the itu as well. Because you are saying I don't need itu already. So patik, cancel the pun. Hairanlah can remain because this is a dialogue. But you want to take out also can. So I feel weird with the penjurit. Penjurit also can remain. Penjurit can be askar or penjahat. Now the king is talking. Tita, you have to remain. You cannot change to berkata because baginda is king for king he already ma. So you just add on a ber for tita. Bertita, you see, apata sebab. Apata is the meaning is more over. But then now they are asking what is the reason. So apata change to what? Questions. Is it questions? Apakah? Yes, correct. So apakah sebab the near cancel? Because you see, there's a near here. So it's very weird. Okay, so you need to change to a correct tata bahasa. So apakah sebab maka take out, don't need the lalu already because it's not suitable. I put lalu. So sometime maka you can just take out without changing anything, without putting anything. So apakah sebab dapat dicurinya oleh pencuri itu? Cancel the near again because behind have the person already. So, apakah sebab dapat dicuri oleh penjuri itu? And then, cancel the marker, cancel the pun. Muka is actually marah. But I cannot change marah because this is called it. Muka here is a bahasa istana, which is the words for king using. So I remain, I don't change anything. I just telling you what is muka. So baginda muka, I don't say muka sedikit. I got angry a bit. So muka akan temenggung. Maka cancel, pun cancel. Okay, you see, BMS, they love to put menyuruh, memanggil, which is kata kerja plus kata kerja is wrong. So I call someone to call Laksamana come here. So you can just put baginda menyuruh orang untuk memanggil Laksamana. Laksamana pun segera datang lalu duduk menyembah. I don't need to change anything already. Then I got a 6 marks here. So it's quite easy. This one Form 4 got one story, and then Form 5 got one story. The story is not important for you to memorize. Okay, if you feel very weird how they change like this, so you can go for my YouTube there. There is a story for BMS. You can go watch it, but then do need memorize because this one you need to change the word, not memorize the story. You can understand the story lah, so that when you change the word, you won't feel like very weird why it's changing like this. Okay, now. So this one okay already, like 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we go for peribahasa. Okay, peribahasa, I only will discuss one part. Okay, later you can see the questions answer. For example, this one. Tidak mengamalkan sikap berpura-pura, which is like very fake attitudes like this. Maybe they saying something bad on behind you like this. So this peribahasa, we call it badai, gunting, dalam, lipatan. For example, doing something bad behind you. Okay. Now, this one, next one is very easy. Kita hendaklah sentiasa menghulurkan bantuan kepada jiran-jiran yang susah. You need to help each other. This peribahasa is the one that you always give me, even though it's not the correct answer. So what is the peribahasa? Yes, correct. Bagai awal dengan tebing. Okay, next one. I just give you all the peribahasa lah. Okay, now we have to avoid ourselves to do something mistake because our neighbor will accept the effect if we do the mistake, which means one person affect the whole group. Do you have any idea for this peribahasa? If don't have, then I give you the answer already. Okay, like ibarat telur sesangkat pecah sebiji pecah semuanya, which is one person affect everyone. For example, one person in your class making noise, then the teachers punish the whole group of the whole group of the students because just of the one person, which is one person affect the whole group. Okay, done. Can I go for next one? Okay, we go for next one. If you haven't done, you take a screenshot like 3, 2, 1. Okay, and then we go for pemahaman. Okay, pemahaman, we have 2 questions. Okay, I won't discuss already because now already 3:37. Okay, so I will tell you the concept. So this one, normally they're asking, the first question, we're asking the meaning. Maksud, efficient, and effective. And then second question, we'll ask you to find all the bahan. So very easy one. question 1, if you can't think, then you just skip the question because you don't spend too much time for the 2 marks here. If you can't think about a synonym, then go for the question 2, because question 2 confirm you can find the answer, because all the answer is inside the petikan. Okay, and then now question 3 and 4 is keyword questions. For example, they say apakah implikasi, what is the impact if happens for this pollution happens continuous. So you need to give the effect. Remember, no point form, full sentence. 3 marks, how they come out? 3 marks, which is 3 EC, plus 1 marks is, 3 EC, which is 2 EC. 2 EC, 1 marks is bahasa. Some teacher, you need to listen to your teacher. If your teacher wants 3 mark, 3 EC with the huraian, then you have to follow. Because if you follow the SPM, 2 EC is enough. Same goes with the 4 marks here. 4 marks, 3 EC, plus 1 marks is bahasa. But if your teacher wants 4 EC, then you have to follow. This one is depends on the teacher. So this one, no worries because answer is given. Okay, same goes with the second questions here. Okay, this one will be a bit hard, but then try to find the keyword. Don't see, oh, there's a lot of pantun saja. I don't do already. Because as long as you find some keyword, you can get an answer. And then same thing, 3 and 4 is keyword questions. Okay, now novel, I explain for you. Novel actually, from 1 to from 3, you are 10 marks, right? But then now, for from 4, from 5, the 10 marks, they split to 4 marks. 4 marks is based on practical. You see, very good already. And then the 6 marks is based on the questions. So from 4 only have Lieutenant Anand on it. And if you are different stage, then different state, then if different novel. Depends on the state. Okay. Now, 6 marks, same thing. First thing, you need to introduce what the novel you take. The second one, what is the watak name? Number 3, since now is 6 marks here, right? You need to put tiga watak, tiga sikap, plus tiga contoh. So you can write in, for example, you can introduce, you put 1 and 2 in one paragraph. The first paragraph, what is the novel and then what is your watak utama? Watak utama is the main characters. Then the second paragraph, the first paragraph, this one. Second paragraph, you put the first sikap. Sikap plus contoh. Then the third one, sikap plus contoh. Then the fourth paragraph, sikap plus contoh. This one don't need penutup. Because why you split the 3 sikap here is because easy for teacher marking your paper. Can? Okay, now we go for rumusan. I introduce again the rumusan format. Okay, rumusan is 30 marks. And then 2 marks is pendahuluan. And then 16 marks is EC, which is 8 times 2. Sorry, should be 2 marks. 2 marks times 8 EC. And then 2 marks is penutup, closing pada. And then 10 marks is the bahasa marks. Bahasa marks, they will see whether your handwriting, your penanda wacana, your sentence, is it a full sentence, subject plus predicate? If you start a sentence with kata kerja, deduct marks. And also, did you count the word counts as well? So, rumusan membincangkan, remember, it's not rumusan ini, just rumusan is enough. You save what one word counts already. And then, focus, they only will be 2 or 3 focus. Not 1 focus, 2 or 3. Okay, how do you identify is it your focus? So you need to see minimum, they have 2 EC only counted as your focus. But now, a lot of tricky questions, they give you 1 EC. And then you will thought that is your focus, you put inside. Then it's wrong. Minimum is 2 EC. Now, no matter you have 2 focus or 3 focus, plus together, all together, 8 EC. Which means no matter 2 focus is 8 or 3 focus, is also 8. So very easy lah. 4 plus 4, 8, or 6 plus 2, also 8, or 3 plus 3 plus 2, also 8. Depends on how you arrange. And every focus, you have to touch semua bahan. For example, your bahan 1, 2, 3 is focus 1. Then you have to touch every bahan. Maybe you take 2 each or 1 each. Also can. Depends how you arrange lah. And then all the isi, you have to be full sentence, subject plus predicate. If you start a sentence with kata kerja, tidak marks. If you don't have any penanda wacana, tidak marks. Can? Now, we go for penutup. And remember, if you suddenly forgot to use ialah adalah, just use the maksudlah bah. Because the maksudlah is like include of, they can replace your ialah and adalah. Okay, penutup. Remember, penutup you cannot put watak. For example, the watak as in like kita, kerajaan, sekolah, atau remaja who have to do something. If teacher straight away see or you put like this, perlulah buat apa, perlu buat apa, they straight away give you 0 marks here for penutup. It's not the whole sentence, the whole rumusan become 0 marks lah. Penutup saja. Okay, don't say give him lah. Okay, cannot like this. Okay, and then we have issue positive and issue negative. For example, if it's a good thing, for example, amalan membaca buku dalam kalangan remaja. Reading habits within this group is correct, nothing wrong. But I cannot say remaja haruslah buat apa. Then you get a 0 marks here. For example, issue negative. Issue negative, for example, gejala social, which is social problems. Dalam kalangan masyarakat is also correct, nothing wrong. Because this one, you didn't mention masyarakat haruslah buat apa. You just say, the problems in this group, then is allowed. But if you write, kita perlu buat apa, remaja perlu buat apa, 0 marks. No matter is issue positive or issue negative, all behind you see, supaya agar kesan positive, is a good things will happen. You cannot say bad thing will happen. If you say bad thing will happen for issue negative, also 0 marks. Now, so for example, good things have to be practiced. So diamalkan practice mah. But you also can put like I change another pens. Okay, it's not just diamalkan, okay? There can be diutamakan, focus it, or you want to put dititik beratkan also can. TIK, dititik beratkan. And not enough space. Okay, so diutamakan atau dititik beratkan, all is focus. So good thing have to be focused. And then bad thing have to be avoid. Diatasi is solve. Dibantara is stop. And then good things will happen. After writing all, you have to count the word count patah perkataan. Didn't count, tidak marks. You also don't know how teacher deduct marks at the 10 marks the bahasa mah. Can? And remember one thing, penanda wacana like selain itu, di samping itu, tambahan pula, even though it's 2 words or 3 words, in rumusan karangan, your bahagian A and B counted as 1 words for penanda wacana. Okay, but if you kanjong, I know that first time exam, very nervous, okay, then you count that 3 patah perkataan for di samping itu, is fine. Just that I give you reminder, it's counted as 1 word for penanda wacana. Okay, now we go do for the rumusan. Are you done? Like 3, 2, 1. Let's go for rumusan. Okay, go find your rumusan here. What is your topic? What is your focus? And then tell me what is your answer. I give you around 3 minutes. 3:50 we discuss. You may start now. So what is the topic you found? topic is the main thing of this rumusan. What is it? Era pasca mereka? No. This one is like in the generations like after mereka. It's not the main thing. It's not the main thing of this essay. The faktor mendorong kemasukan pelancongan. Okay, the first focus is factor. The reason how they mendorong people to come in. Okay, can. Or you want to say mendorong cultivates the, sorry, encourage the sektor pertanian, sorry, pertanian pula. Sektor pelancongan also kan. So your topic actually is sektor pelancongan. It's about tourism sectors. Now, what is your second focus? Focus yang kedua, what is your kata kunci? And you need to learn how to find all this because 30 marks here actually answer is inside here. Fokus dua, no, fokus pertama already is faktor mendorong pelancong. Then what is the second? Okay, cara, yes, correct. But I cannot say cara sektor pelancongan. Cara apa sektor pelancongan? Ciri is characteristic. Cara mendorong. No, cara memajukan. Yes, correct. You improve your sektor pelancongan. Okay, now. So you find the answer already, yeah? So starting from first paragraph. Okay, wait for a while. Let me write the number. This one, first paragraph, no answer. So we make it fast. We just find from the second and the third paragraph. Okay, second paragraph. What is the faktor mendorong kemasukan pelancong luar negara? Ke negara kita? Which line? Okay, don't need type full answer. Just tell me which line. The first word dash to the last word. Number 2. Okay, yes, correct. Kemudahan pengangkutan yang semakin maju. Okay, what else? So this one will be 1. Write down numbers. Later I won't write full answer with you. In exam, you have to write full answer. Number 5. Pada yang masa yang sama, kemudahan. Okay, yes, correct. Kemudahan membeli belah disediakan juga menggalakkan pelancong mengunjung ke Malaysia. This one you don't take, mereka dapat berbelanja because it's similar explaining they go to shopping. And then terdapat di situ, this one also not counted because they are still explaining the shopping mall. Okay, now next one. What else is the reason can attract people come to our country? Number 1, yes, correct. Keadaan iklim semula jadi yang panjang sepanjang tahun. Panas, sorry, panjang pula. Because some countries like they got like the winter seasons or days. Our Malaysia don't have mah. So they come here because of the weather. Like what else? Number 4. Okay, yes, correct. Don't need seperti Yang menarik is enough. So don't need seperti here. This is number 4. Okay, what else? Number 7. Pantai-pantai. Okay, yes, correct. Pantai-pantai pulau-pulau masih belum tercemar. So this is number 5.
Then remember, write down the numbers. Now we go for the next page, like 3, 2, 1. Okay, now here. Which line is your answer? Number 2. Wujudnya, okay, yes, correct. This one I need kerana because it's too short. Because you want to explain Malaysia is one of country that owns diversity of society. So this is number 6. Can Then you see the next paragraph. They're telling you is governments and also the agency turut memajukan, but they didn't specify they do what thing. So this one you don't take. You just take the characters here. Don't take the contoh. And then you need to combine with your bahan dua. This one a bit tricky because they only give you pictures. Okay, so when you think about Majlis Keselamatan Negara, what do you think they can do? And then can attract the way to improve our sektor pelancongan, what we can do melalui Majlis Keselamatan Negara. What we can do for think about this point, because you need to write in proper sentence. You cannot just draw the image for them. Cannot. Hey, what is the answer, faster? Memberi keutamaan kepada woman, wanita, orang cacat dan lain. Lain-lain. This one is actually toilet though. Toilet and then those LRT Wi-Fi and then those kemudahan, which is infrastructure. So this one actually is they need to upgrade all these facility so that they can attract more people to come. Okay, so for example, pihak kerajaan atau pihak berkuasa. What is upgrade in BM? Menaik apa? What is level? Start with T. Not tahap, taraf. Yes, correct. Menaik taraf, kemudahan. I put a square here. Kemudahan-kemudahan di negara kita. And then this one you can say pihak. If you don't want to write pihak berkuasa, you can write pihak kerajaan because all these government what they need to do. Perlu. Now I want to ask questions. Should be memperkukuh atau memperkukuhkan? Memperkukuh atau memperkukuhkan? Okay. Kukuh, what is kukuh? Kata apa? Kukuh, right? Is kata apa first? Kata nama, kata hubung, kata adjektif, kata sendi. Kukuh is firm. So it's actually kata adjective. So kata adjective, when they are changing to kata kerja, change to kata kerja, maximum, they only can accept 2 imbuhan saja. So become memperkukuh. So pihak kerajaan perlu memperkukuh. Okay, strengthens tahap keselamatan, the level of safetyness di negara kita. This one you have to remember, changing to kata kerja maximum is 2 imbuhan. So this one you write a A here, write a B here, because only these 2 is the langkah. Because bahan satu, they only give you characters, they didn't give you any isi.
So this one quite tricky, They only give you image. Can you take a screenshot? Then we go very fast. We move on to the writing part. I need you to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then A, B on it. Don't need write full answer. I just need to show you how you write for rumusan. Can I? Like 3, 2, 1. Now we go for writing part here. So first thing, you need to introduce your title, first paragraph. Don't combine all things together. You are making your teacher have to mark your paper. Later, teacher deduct your marks in your bahasa there. So don't give your teacher have the chance to deduct your marks. So rumusan membincangkan. The first focus is, what is it? Membincangkan apa? Oh, faktor. Faktor mendorong. So you need to put one factor or two factor. One or two. Okay, actually it's two. Because you are telling more than one factor, so become faktor mendorong pelancong luar negara ke negara kita dan langkah-langkah. Same thing, also two langkah because you are telling more than one langkah. Memajukan sektor pelancongan. Then you got a 2 marks here. Then the second paragraph, copy the first focus first. So faktor, copy until kita. This one, faktor, copy until kita. And then just use the maksud lah. In exam, you cannot put like this. I went fast. Is it cara? Cara and langkah is same thing. If you want to put langkah also can, you want to put cara also can. Can I forgot what I write just now. Okay, but then langkah and cara is same. Okay, the maksud lah. Your first one. Okay, penanda wacana when you go into next point. Any penanda wacana that you remember? Selain itu, okay, yes, correct. Number two. What else? What else? No, you are not allowed to use antara. Antara only for using the first one. But now, no, you cannot use antara already. You already start. You put number one already. Seterusnya, selanjutnya, yes, correct. Okay, what else? Other than selain itu, seterusnya, selanjutnya. Don't use antaranya, no. Antara only for the first one, but we already write the first one with the title already, so don't need. Di samping itu, no, sebenarnya means like actually. No, you are not allowed to use sebenarnya. Oh gosh. Di samping itu, number 5, what else? We still have start with B and T. Bukan itu saja, yes, correct. So this is number 6. So now, the second one, cara until pelancongan. I make it fast already, but in exam you cannot write this. Okay, this one is the cara until pelancongan. This one, pink color. So same thing, the maksud your 8. Now, penanda wacana. Other than selain itu, seterusnya, selanjutnya, di samping itu, bukan itu saja, what else? Tambahan lagi, yes, correct. So, tambahan lagi is B here. Then, here got 6, here got 2, total is 8. Write extra, no marks. Write lesser, deduct marks. And then, kesimpulan. Sektor pelancongan is a good thing or bad thing? It's a good thing, right? So, haruslah focus it. Why is it?
haruslah dititik beratkan, fokus atau diutamakan. So what is a good thing will happen? What is a good thing will happen if we focus on sektor pelancongan? More pelancongan, more pelancong will come. Agar peningkatan increments pelancong ke negara kita. Other than this, what else? Meningkatkan ekonomi negara. Okay, kan? Normally you are writing meningkatkan. You also can write stimulate, which is merangsang. Agar, I put a slash already ya. Agar dapat merangsang ekonomi negara kita. Instead of you write meningkatkan, you can use merangsang, which is stimulate. Dana, like any questions, any parts you feel confused, and remember to count word counts here, patah perkataan. Or anything you want to add on? You want to check whether your huraian is it correct or wrong? Your harapan is it correct or wrong? You want to check? You can send it to me now. No. Okay. Now, any more questions? Any parts you feel confused? You can ask now. Any questions? Guys. Okay, if you're done and no questions, zoom out the screen. Okay, can. So rumusan we don't need extra. No, we don't need extra huraian. We don't need seperti, don't need contoh. Only if, because like kerana is explaining the reason, right? Only if your focus is sebab, then you take the kerana behind, which is you are taking the reason. But normally we are just taking the isi, like faktor, langkah, all these. We do need kerana one, right? So you stop before kerana. You stop before the huraian. Only if the question is asking sebab, then you need to take the kerana behind the one. So you need to see the questions. And sometimes if your EC is too short, you need the some huraian to explain the details. You have to connect your huraian. So you need to see the questions. You cannot say, oh, all the things do need the huraian, but some needs because it's too short already. Like any more questions? No questions. Okay, if no question, then that's all for today. Good luck for your exam. I'll see you when I see you. Okay, bye-bye. Welcome, bye-bye. Welcome, bye-bye.